they're in. One of them's name was Omar Leonard. And Omar Leonard, for those of you that don't know who that is, I will show y'all who I'm talking about so that you can understand who Miss Hillary Sanchez is speaking about. But his name is Omar Leonard, and this is him. This is the man who let me reconfigure my box. You guys tap the screen for a second. I'm gonna have to do this way. Let's see if this will work. Let's see if this will work better. Y'all bear with me a second. I'm trying to see why this stuff won't show up on here. For some reason, it's not working. But anyway, it's Omar Leonard who I'm talking about, and he had said some things on this internet, making threats and things like that, to that degree, making threats on the internet. And I had to have, I file reports with the FBI, which is the feds, and then I filed something with the state courts who was working with Joe Diddy. As I bring you guys up in the panel, I just need y'all to tap the screen. Tap the screen for me. I would appreciate it. Y'all just tap the screen. Screen for Miss Hillary Sanchez, y'all. Just power tap it. I'm gonna give y'all the tea and we're gonna discuss it. The people who are coming up in the panel, as I bring you up, just mute yourself until I'm done talking, and then we can have conversations that y'all want to have too. So feel free to request to come in the box. Just mute yourself until I get done, and then we can have a discussion. So let me say the story before people get confused. So Omar was working with Joe Netta on a few things, and one of them was they were having panels about me, which is fine. You can have panels all you want about anybody. But what you can't do is you can't get on this internet and you can't come on here making threats towards people. You can't come on here doxing people. You can do what you want to do, but there's consequences to it. And I'm saying that to say this, that this Omar person had, hello, David, this Omar person and some former ex-moderators teamed up with Joe Netta to try to attack me to bring Miss Hillary Sanchez down. I appreciate you guys for tapping the screen. So if y'all can power tap while I'm telling you guys the story, I would appreciate it. Thank you so much ahead of time for the true supporters that's in here tapping the screen. Thank you. So this Omar person had got on this app, and he literally was making threats and things like that against Miss Hillary Sanchez. This was recorded on his lives. And when he did the things that he had did, Miss Hillary Sanchez supporters had recorded this stuff and had sent it to me. They alerted me that the live was going on. I reported the live just like I would report anything else if somebody's making making threats against you. So I filed reports with my local police department and the FBI. Now we're talking about two separate things. So you have the feds doing their thing and you have the local state police. Well, the local state police had been conducting their investigation regarding this Omar person, the threats that he made against me. And they did their investigation. They concluded their investigation. They took the officers, the inspectors, and took the information to a judge. And the judge signed a criminal warrant for Omar. I didn't stutter. The person who was working with Joe Netta has a criminal warrant. His name is Omar Leonard, that was signed on Friday, a criminal warrant for his arrest. Now, the threats that he made rose to a level in the state of Connecticut as a gross misdemeanor. And so he will have to answer to that. And the way that it works is it's state police. So the warrant is in the database. So if he's ever pulled over or stopped, the warrants will come up. If he goes to get, apply for a job or whatever, they're going to see that there's a warrant out for his arrest in the state of Connecticut. And so the question becomes, when he gets picked up, that whether they decide to extradite him from LA to Connecticut is highly unlikely on a state warrant. But whatever the feds are going to do is what the feds are going to do. But when Omar comes to Connecticut to defend himself in his federal defamation and slander and negligent infliction of emotional distress claim, y'all tap the screen, thank you, he's going to have to deal with that warrant, because then he's in the jurisdiction of the state of Connecticut. So he will be arrested for that. I'm confident of that. The warrant is active. The warrant is in the system. See, there's a difference on this app. What people need to understand, you have to literally, and let me tell y'all something before I get started. If you these Joe bots in here, and I know you in here, I know y'all in here, you can't help yourself but be in here. But if you don't know the story, if you don't know what somebody did that commits to do what needed to be done in a courtroom, then I don't know what to tell you. You need to come up on out of here, okay? I really hope that you can understand that, because if you don't like it, if you don't understand what happened, then you're not going to understand what I'm saying. So before you are quick to say something about FBI, this and that, you need to understand the damn laws to doxing, which is a crime. To dox somebody is a damn crime. Okay? Understand that. So before you do the FBI, you need to know what people done on this app for months. And they're going to be held accountable. Period. And I don't give a damn who don't like it. Now, let me continue with my story. So, with this warrant being done, when he comes to court to defend himself, on this in this civil case, they are going to deal with him. People don't know the laws and they don't understand. Just because you got a platform on here, there's things you cannot do on this app. If I dox somebody on this app, I would be subject to the same arrest warrants that anybody else got. So y'all need to understand the whole picture. Nevertheless, this is somebody who was working with with Joe Glizzy. So that's being done. Now, let me recap this other court case that's coming up this week with Joe Glizzy. Joe Glizzy had filed a notice of appearance in a case in the state of Connecticut, and he requested a continuance based upon the short notice he claimed that he got, which was not true, because I showed the receipts last week where the sheriff's department gave his husband Charles the paperwork on the 29th, that he hand gave it to the person on the 29th. Now, I couldn't imagine that. Okay, I hear you, Mia. I couldn't imagine. I seen your message, Miss Mia. I couldn't imagine this person getting on here, Charles, and not giving his husband his paperwork. I couldn't imagine Charles holding on to that paperwork and not telling him the sheriff pulled up outside and gave him this paperwork and these documents. So that's hard to believe. But nevertheless, this is what this man has did, and this is what this man wrote in court proceedings. Now, he says that he wasn't worried about anything and he's got it handled. But if you have it handled, Joe Diddy, why are you representing yourself would be the first question. And the second part of the question would be, why did you lie on official court papers saying that it was given the short notice when it wasn't a short notice? Those are questions that you're going to have to answer to. And here is the thing. I don't give a damn what you say, Lee. Get out of my room with your negativity, because you are a Joe supporter. You don't even follow me. So we're not going to do that. It's not nothing that I care about what you feel or what you think, because you're not going to control the narrative on my platform. That's what you got to understand. The court's papers speak for themselves. Joe Glizzy knows exactly what paperwork he got. Okay? Joe Glizzy got knows exactly what paperwork he got. Okay? Yes, he filed a notice of appearance on his own behalf and represent himself in a criminal matter. This is not no lawsuit. This is serious stuff. And what y'all gotta understand is, this is a man who got on here telling everybody he was staying at Results and he wanted to apologize to the Jamaican communication. This is somebody who said he stayed at Results and that he wants to apologize to the Jamaican communication, who speaks like that on here. So could you only imagine in a formal proceedings in a courtroom what this man is going to get in here and say in front of a judge? What is he going to say? I swear to y'all, I'm not making it up. Is there anybody in this room who heard Joe Glizzy, Joe Diddy, say when he called himself apologizing, he stayed at the Results, and at the Results he didn't like the food and all this other stuff he said, and then he said he wanted to apologize to the Jamaican communication? That's what he said. And these Joe bots, they can't stand that I recap and I'm not lying on him. Oh, I see everybody in the comments saying, we heard it. I heard it. I got 1, 2, 3. I got 9, 10, 11 people on here saying they all heard it. So I'm not making up anything. The man said it. He said it. So you got this man, y'all, in getting ready to, he don't understand the rules of evidence. He don't understand the laws, the statutes, the criminal statutes, or nothing, but he's filed his notice of appearance because he thinks that, somebody didn't gaslit him. And y'all finna find out. Y'all finna find out. And clearly the rumors that were going around saying that he was in the ninth grade at the age of 17 in the ninth grade, gotta be some truth to it. It's gotta be some truth to it. If you 17 in the ninth grade and you can't talk, you can't say results, and you can't say I apologize to the Jamaican community. If you can't figure out those basic things, something is wrong. And if you got all this damn money you claim you got and you making all these big checks, what would it be for an icon to drop a few thousand for representation in another state? Are y'all telling me if y'all were icons that you would show up to court on your own behalf, or would you hire a law firm to do it? It makes no sense to me. This is the nonsense that this man gets up on here and he says that he doing. This is what he doing. He got all this money. Everybody's so jealous. We want what he wants, what he got, because we can't get it. But when you put in a situation to where and please, how many of y'all out of 128 people in here, how many of y'all put up an emoji? Put up an emoji if y'all think that he finna represent himself in the federal court in this federal case. Please tell me y'all don't believe this man coming to federal court talking about he finna represent himself in a federal lawsuit where he facing a 6-figure civil judgment against him. Do y'all really think this man would file a notice of appearance talking about he finna represent himself in a federal court? I mean, does anybody in here believe that? He could hardly go in there and tell the Department of Motor Vehicles that his husband needed a special accommodation. He needed the color crayon driver's test book that they give, and they gave him a red crayon and a green crayon, and then Charles started drawing on the coloring book instead of answering the questions on the coloring book. And all you had to do was color in what was right and what was wrong, what the speed limit was this and what's the other speed limit. And he failed that damn test. I don't understand how you can fail a color crayon book test at the Department of Motor Vehicles. Where are they doing that at? I need answers. Miss Hillary Sanchez needs answers. I need answers. And then, with Joe Diddy, Joe Diddy seems to think that he can throw his brick, hide his hand, talk to the people off this app, and they just get him pumped up. And somebody was in my DMs and they told me, they said, we all putting money together. Y'all, this is what them bots told me. Joe bots told me. We putting money together and we gonna get a lawyer for Joe, and he finna win this case against you. I'm like, well, I hope you all do get a lawyer for him, or somebody need one, because as the God is my witness, we know for a fact that this man don't have no business standing up in a courtroom trying to address a judge because he's going to be held to the same standards as a lawyer does. Do people not understand when you represent yourself, you're held to the same standards as a lawyer who is admitted to practice law before a judge? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? And so I think it's real, it's interesting to Miss Hillary Sanchez that this man is doing the things that he doing. It's interesting to me. Now, not Joe think he Matlock. No, it ain't no way that Joe Diddy thinks he's Matlock when you can't when you can't even speak for 2 minutes to give a sincere apology. You couldn't. And this is what I can tell y'all. I seen the paperwork and I showed y'all the paperwork, what he filled out. I know that Joe Diddy didn't fill that paperwork out himself. Somebody on this app who in this room right now listening and record what I'm saying helped him fill out that paperwork. What they did is they filled out the paperwork for him. Then they sent it to him. And then he printed the paperwork out on his email. That's what happened. Then he signed it. And then he took it to his local Staples down there. And then he faxed it over to the courthouse. That's what he did. But can't nobody tell me that he navigated on the court system and got all the right forms that he needed to get and then sent them in. There is nobody on this app who can tell me Joe Diddy did that when he can't talk about resorts, but he can say results and think it's the right word. He was speaking results, and he didn't have a problem with it. And the only reason that Charleston Chew got on here talking about resorts is because everybody ate him up in the comments about what Joe Diddy said. So Charleston Chew had gotten prepped already. You know, Joe Diddy had him bent over that couch and prepped him up real good like he do with that shrimp. And so he knew his lines. We already know Joe Diddy be mumbling his lines like one of them puppets that he does. And that's what they do. These two clowns do what they do. They two butt buddies. We know what they do. We understand what goes on between these two. And I don't give a damn who don't like it. We know what they do. And so when Charles called himself getting on here talking about this, and that, well, we know that he had went over that word probably 10 or 20 times to know to say the right word. But then he want to get mad and talk about can't nobody cook, can't do this, can't do that. But sir, sit down somewhere. Hooked on phonics, sit down. Sit down somewhere, you 35-year-old man, and go get your damn driver's license and stop driving around dirty in the state of Alabama. Okay? Go pass your driver's test. All right? Go play with them with your PS5 that you do all damn day. Go play, get on that and play, but put a driver's license test up there and do that. Read a book. Pick up a book and read it. As much as you on that damn game, pick up a book and read it. Okay? So I kind of got a little sidetracked here, y'all, and it's my apologies. But as you coming up in here to have a conversation, please mute your mics. Please mute your mics when you come in, y'all. Please mute your mics as you're joining in the live. I would appreciate it. Nevertheless, just remember, when y'all come in, do what you do, be respectful. And you can voice your opinion, whether you agree with me. You don't have to agree with me, but be respectful as I bring y'all in. And we're going to go from there. So Joe has this court date with Miss Hillary Sanchez. What's going to happen? That's the question of the day. And only I or Joe can tell you. Me or Joe are the two that will be able to tell y'all what happened at court this week. So be patient. I will report to you exactly what happened. You don't have to worry about that. But Joe was on live today. He was on somebody's live page today trying to do damage control, doing what he do, and stuff like that. I don't care what he was doing. I don't care what he was doing at all. All I care about is that he got his coins. He gets paid his money. Whether he got money or he don't got money don't matter to me, because when I get a judgment against him, I'm going to attach the judgment. It's called a writ of execution to his TikTok and his public social media money. I'm not worried about collecting on my judgments, because I'm going to do that. And the only how I don't collect on it is if he gets completely off of social media and gets back on SSI. Did y'all know that Miss Hillary Sanchez compelled him to admit that he was on SSI? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know the icon admitted to being on SSI, and that we stopped it and y'all got it stopped? That's what he said. He said they thousandaires. Yeah. So, I mean, if they're thousandaires, then well, what's the problem with you dropping a few thousand for a lawyer? Do y'all know how it's not going to be very cheap? When you a social media icon, let me enlighten y'all to something. Can y'all say clock it? I'm going to tell y'all something about the Miss Hillary Sanchez show and Miss Hillary Sanchez. Do y'all know that I actually have insurance? I have insurance. I have a policy that was issued by an underwriting insurance company if I were to do something illegal on this app and got sued. I have a policy that will defend me. That's what he should have had. That's the first thing that Icon should have got put in place before he got on here doing the things that you're doing. You need to know how to protect your interests. You needed to know how to seek an insurance company to get them to write a policy on you to insure you for defamation, libel, slander, and everything else that comes along when you have a platform. I'm not worried about them countersuing me on nothing, because I have insurance. And I have a very high insurance policy. Okay? So, see, I'm not out here riding dirty, and I'm not out here as a thousandaire, as Joe Diddy say he is, doing the things that he doing, and you're not out here to protect your bag. You have to know how to protect your interests so that nobody can come for your personal bag. See, Joe Diddy has got to come out his pocket for this defense. So does Omar. But I tell you one defendant who don't. I guarantee you Nosy Bystander LLC got an insurance policy just like me too, that will protect her and defend her against slander and all other cases that she do on her platform. So that should be a lesson to be learned with people. If you got a house and you got family and you got kids and you up here holding these panels and you giving opinions and slandering people in the midst of that, you better have your insurance together. You better be able to defend yourself if somebody was to sue you. You better have your ducks lined up in a row. Okay? Now, I don't know if there's this kid in this picture, but I'm not bringing up no kid in no picture. So if you got a picture of a kid in there, remove the kid, because the kid shouldn't be on the Miss Hillary show. And especially at this time of night, I would appreciate it. Also, I want to say this. I want to be really clear. Can we tap the screen for Miss Hillary Sanchez, y'all? I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. If y'all can tap, tap, tap. Thank you. Another thing I will say is that why is it that people seem to think that you can just say anything you want to on social media? Do y'all believe that? Do you guys really believe that you're able to say whatever you want to say on a social media platform with no repercussions against what's going on? You can just say what you want to say, and nobody can do anything to you or say anything. Go ahead, Outcast.
Hello. I can't hear you, but I just want to say I love your show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was very nice of you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Purple, go ahead and unmute. Okay. I guess y'all didn't want to talk. So anyhow, as we go on, so I don't know if you guys really understand this, but I'm going to be crystal clear. Here. The true people who followed everything 4 or 5 months ago understand. People who get on here and they think, oh, well, she's doing this. Oh, she's mad. Oh, she's jealous. It's not the truth. It's just not true. And I know I'm not going to convince Joe Bots and his supporters of that, and I don't want to. I'm just speaking to people who are not familiar with the facts of everything, and they're looking to understand, and then they can make their own opinions. Oh, I was double tapping. Okay, no problem. Yeah, there are consequences, Anna. When you get on here and you slander somebody, and just because you're on the internet, you can't just threaten somebody. You can't threaten people's lives on this internet, and you're going to jail. It's illegal. And y'all finding out. And the ones who are legal beagles, the people who are in here, because I know these lawyers is in here who be helping him. Y'all do y'all homework. I just told you that there's an arrest warrant for Omar Leonard. Go, if public information, pull it out. Pull up the arrest warrant and look who the victim is in that case. Ms. Hillary Sanchez is. And that's the very same man who was hosting a panel with Joe Diddy. These are people that all work together with Joe Diddy, trying to protect Joe Diddy. and came after me and crossed the line, and now they ass is going to go to jail. They getting arrested and they're going to fight these charges. So I have all these people. Do any of the Joe supporters or anybody want to come up to ask questions or give their opinion, whether you for or against whatever's going on? Because I have time tonight. I came on so that I could do this, so y'all could have y'all opportunity to ask questions or make comments. You always in the comments writing stuff. Come up and let's have a conversation. Hello? Hello? I mean, what are you requesting to come up in the box and then y'all drop out the box? Are you accidentally an arrest warrant for the judge, an arrest warrant signed from the judge, an arrest warrant signed from the judge? Reese for Omar Leonard. For Omar Leonard, it was signed Friday. So when y'all see him on Messy Court on Monday, deliver the information, have him go up to an officer and have him run his name. And then come back and tell me what he told you. And clock that T. Oh, you weren't trying to? Okay. I think y'all accidentally hit the button when y'all be tapping. And that's okay. I didn't know if you meant to come up or if you didn't mean to come up. But people, I feel like if you got all that energy in the comments to say things, come up here like CC said, and y'all come up and voice y'all support for y'all, for Joe Diddy, if that's what y'all want to do. TC says, what did he miss? So, those are the things you got to do. You just be respectful in what you do and what you say, and you can voice yourself. We don't, just because you don't agree with me. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you so much for the gifts, you guys. Thank you so much for tapping the screen. Can we get to 20K? Can we get to 20K? Chill. What's up with you? What you talking about? You got something you want to say? You want to bring your ass up in this box? See, that this is the thing. See, they don't realize. Hello. Y'all welcome in. I appreciate y'all. But see, this is what I don't get. Why is it that these people come in here with this energy against me, but you don't have that same energy to come up in the box and have these conversations, and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it like adults. Okay? Let's talk about it like adults. Hello, welcome in. Oh, okay. You might not have meant to do that either, right? Okay, we got a fake bot account. Let's say hi, y'all. This should be interesting.
What's going on?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. Why are you so obsessed with him?
Well, is that a question?
Yes, for real. You've been doing this for months. What's going on?
Okay, hold on. Let me answer your question. So, first of all, I'm not obsessed with him. I hold the Miss Hillary Sanchez show 7 days a week, and I get to choose what topics and segments I do on my show. I raised this man's awareness because this man has disrespected women, children, the system repeatedly over and over again. So I'm going to hold him accountable. You have to stay on this guy's neck in order for him to understand what he was doing on this app is not right. And I have accomplished that. I have accomplished that, and I've been on his neck for months and months, as you said it. So you are correct. It has been months and months, and it's going to be more months and months and months and months after that, because, court cases take a long time to go through the criminal justice system and the civil court system. So it's going to be, a long time. You have any other questions? If you're talking, you're on mute, so you got to unmute yourself.
Yes. So what have you accomplished in these past few months, like that are what I don't get it. What are you accomplishing from this?
Okay, so let me answer that question. What have I accomplished? Well, you haven't heard this man come on here and curse any black women out or talk about their children in the last few months. You haven't heard him say that. And that's a direct result of the Miss Hillary Sanchez show and the Miss Hillary Sanchez effect. That is why. So I hope that answered your question regarding that. Now, as far as him getting his ass sued for defamation and slander, that is because this man got his ugly ass up here on this app talking about Miss Hillary Sanchez and lying on my husband and out here putting out fake false information and can't back up his receipts. So that's why he's getting sued. Thank you for your questions. I appreciate it. Anybody else have any more questions that they want to come up? And kudos to him for coming up and being brave to come up and advocate for Joe and ask questions. I have no problem answering the questions that you may have. None at all. Hello, welcome in, ma'am. Hello? Okay, you just wanted to just stay in the box, I guess?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
You're literally a man, just like
And you know what? Let's make this clear, honey. Let's just make this crystal clear. Cause if you think you ate in here, you haven't ate. You don't know what Miss Hillary Sanchez is, and I get it. I understand. I understand what y'all do. I know you don't understand what a bus ticket is, but baby, that's what you just got. You got your first bus ticket on the Miss Hillary Sanchez show. You didn't have any question. You don't have. You're triggered. You must be triggered. Can y'all hear me okay? Because somebody's in the comments saying they can't hear. And it's always somebody that ain't a follower who literally can't hear nothing. It's never people in here who follow. Everybody else can hear perfectly clear, but it's always one who don't follow who can't hear. Okay, y'all can hear perfectly? Okay, fantastic. So now that we got that understood, I mean, I don't know what she thought she was doing, but on to the next.
Hello, hi, Mrs. Hillary Sanchez.
You just sound creepy as hell. I didn't even want to entertain you. I just didn't even like how you said my name. You irritated me and you had to get a bus ticket. Just the way you said it just creeped me out. I'm sorry. Didn't get your question out. It just creeped me out the way you just said my name. Oh, my apology. It just really, that was just weird to me. I'm sorry. I apologize. It just, whew, okay. So anyhow, let me say this. And she wasn't disrespectful. She wasn't disrespectful, but it just sent cringes through my body. My apologies. Now, I know that these Joe bots is in here. I know that they mad. I know that they angry. I know that they in here punching the air. And guess what? Guess what? I'm unbothered and I don't give a damn what you think of what you do and what you say, because Miss Hillary Sanchez is going to come on her show 7 days a week. On Christmas Day, when y'all opening presents and y'all doing dinner, when I get done doing my Christmas and my dinner and my Thanksgiving, I'm doing my show. So it's never not going to be down. So if you get up here and say, how long are you going on? What's this and what's that? I'm getting on here. And now what's going to happen, now that I've been released medically, for the ones who remember Miss Hillary Sanchez from back in the 2022, they know I get up here and I dance and I do my thing. Now that I've been released medically, y'all gonna see me in this camera dancing. I'm gonna do a little intro dance with my intro music, and I'm gonna do my thing, and I'm gonna do my show. So you can enjoy it. You can do this, you can do that. And you can have your thoughts and your opinions, but the main thing that you got to understand is that Miss Hillary Sanchez don't need all you coming, y'all bots coming in here thinking you gonna be disrespectful. It's not. You can't eat me. You can't do. I know you mad, but you can't do anything about it because you can't. I'm not doing nothing wrong. So get over it. Just really get over it. Get over y'all self. Y'all ain't nobody. Y'all ain't no special people on this app to control what somebody do on this app and what they say. You can't control what somebody do on this damn app like you regulating this app. Y'all ain't doing nothing like that. You definitely ain't telling me what to do. So if you want to come up here and you want to speak with some sense, then you can speak with sense. If you don't, then you don't. But we're not going to be intimidated by y'all and let y'all think y'all going to tell us what we can and can't do on this app, and who we can talk about and what we can and can't say, and who talked about. Here we go with this fake account. 0 followers, 0 this, 0 that. Get on out of here, please, because you're not coming up in here with no fake account. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Sorry. We're just not. We're not going to entertain that foolery. So I look forward. You know, Joe Diddy is in here. Y'all know Joe or Charles always watches the Miss Hillary Sanchez show. Why don't we invite them up? Why don't Charles, y'all, let's ask Joe Diddy, come on in here, reveal yourself out of your fake page. Request to come in the box. You or Charles, let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. You going in everyone else's panels and talking about things other than you coming over here and addressing Miss Hillary Sanchez. Okay? Thank you, Miss Cookie. I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. Trust and believe. I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. Just trust and believe that. With no problem. They ain't got to worry about that. That's going to happen. Now here goes somebody. Will y'all look at this comment? Creamy Famous, I know you want some attention. With this type of question you got in this comment box, what did you want to say, Creamy? Did y'all see what Creamy wanted to say to Miss Hillary Sanchez, the question that Creamy asked me? Did y'all see the comment of Creamy under a fake page? Yeah, David, that's exactly how they under. Oh yeah, Creamy got a bus ticket out of here with that foolery. A Greyhound bus ticket, exactly. I got all them old ass retired Greyhound bus tickets out there. We got three seats was been filled already. Anybody else want to get on the Greyhound bus? Because we got a one-way ticket on out of here. You get a one-way bus ticket out of here, and you get a bottle of water on your way out. Okay? So KK23 asked the question. KK23 asked the question and said, Miss Hillary, are you still married? Honey, absolutely, I'm married. I am married. Yes, I am married. So that answers your question. Yes. And so and here's the thing, KK. What's funny to me is that these folks got on this app. These folks got on this damn app, KK, talking about there was a wedding annulment. It was this, it was that, these lies and all this stuff. And then when it was time to produce the receipts, I said, where's these receipts at? Where is this wedding divorce and all these annulments y'all had on these panels for 8 and 9 hours over a few different weeks y'all was talking about? Where is all this stuff? That's one of the reasons Joe Diddy got his ass in the defendant's seat. Joe Diddy got on here talking about my husband left me, left me, took all my money and did this and did that. This is what this man got on here doing, listening to these damn people that he don't know. This is what this man got on here doing on this app with people. It's insane. I mean, all of that damn, because they was lying. Yeah, because of course they was lying. But see, the thing was so interesting, y'all, what's funny is, where are they now? Have y'all seen these panels put together with Miss Hillary in the backdrop and them talking about this wedding annulment and all this stuff they was talking about? Have any of y'all seen that lately? Have y'all seen them? I can give you the answer. They quiet as a church house damn mouse. And the ones who talking ain't talking about that. I promise you that. I promise you that. And the ones who want to talk, they can talk about me. I didn't say they couldn't talk about me. What I said is they not talking about them, the stuff that then got these folks jammed up in a courtroom, and they jammed up in with this lawsuit. That's how you handle somebody. When they go to doing all that lying and all that stuff they're doing, you can't sometimes win on an app, arguing and screaming and cussing. You go right to that courthouse and file the paperwork and make them bring their ass down there and prove what they said. And if they can't prove what they said, they got to pay up. Do y'all understand the law of defamation in the state of Connecticut? All you got to do is the person who you suing, they just got to prove what they said was true. And if they can prove what they said was true, then they win. But if they cannot produce a wedding document and divorce papers and all this other nonsense they was on here, got their ass up here lying, then they gonna pay up. And that's just the facts. And that's the law. Whoop, there it is. It's time to pay the piper. You was on here doing all this damage and slander and negligent infliction of emotional distress, the slander and everything else you was doing. It's time for you to own up to what you did and said and pay the piper. That's what you got to do. So, has anybody seen Joe Diddy cooking since he had his stick and chicken and that stunking beef? Is it bucking beef or stinking beef and that all-purpose spit and flavor, whatever you call it? Is he putting sugar still on his pork chops and chicken? Or is he, how is he doing that now? Because we know he put sugar on everything. So is he adding the sugar on with his kicking chicken and his bucking beef and all that nonsense he got? Do anybody know? You heard his soul out? Duck and chicken. It's duck and chicken, y'all. Y'all know that produce manager down there in that Publix in that place, when they see Joe Diddy coming in there or Charles coming in there, they got a code word to go in there and hide all them chopped up onions and green peppers because he buy them out. He buys them out and don't let nobody else have that stuff. You got to learn. You can't stop buying all this stuff out all the time in these stores. Accountability is something people want to just let it slide. No, I'm not letting a damn thing slide. I don't give a damn what they think. I guarantee you I'm not letting it slide. You can rest for sure of that. I'm not letting a damn thing slide on what these folks did. None of them, including Omar Leonard, Joe Robinson, and Nosy Bystander LLC. And don't leave out Kayla Brent, and don't leave out Daniel Curtis, and don't leave out the other two that's getting ready to get named. Don't leave out none of them. They all getting their ass sued. And let me say it again for the people in the back that didn't hear. Kayla Brent is getting sued. Daniel Curtis is getting sued. Omar Leonard is getting sued. Nosy Bystander LLC is getting sued. And Joe Robinson is getting sued. And it's two more of the hottie crew that's getting ready to get their ass served and sued too. Don't worry. And they'll be announced in the coming days. Trust and believe. They got all this money and they got all this smoke. So let's have them bring it. This is what y'all finna learn a lesson on this app. These people gonna learn a lesson on this app that you can't do the things you think you can do and get away with it. And just because you want to sit down and shut your damn mouth, no, the damage is already done. It's time for you to get your damn money together and get these attorneys that you say y'all was gonna get and you was gonna have, and do the damn thing you was gonna do. Them seasonings might have sold out, but after Carlos collects his money, they gonna be broke, okay? And Carlos said on the Miss Hillary Sanchez show, uh, that could you imagine if Carlos sued them for seven figures and he ain't got that? We know he ain't got that. But see, this is what a lot of people don't understand. Do you know when people start suing people, they go in the order of who filed first, right? Y'all didn't know that, did you? Why do you think Miss Hillary Sanchez filed her case first? Because whatever happened after the fact, they're going to always go in the order of who filed what first. My case is filed against him first. Therefore, he going to have to pay me first. I get to collect first because I'm the first one to file against him. They go in order. And whatever left, they can go on. And I can promise you, I'm not settling a damn thing with none of them. I will not settle nothing with none of them. We going all the way to court, and I'm asking for punitive damages and every damn thing else. They gonna learn that they ain't as bad as they think they are. I'm gonna hit them where it hurt in they damn pocket. I'm gonna show you. You guys don't have to worry. You don't have to believe nothing. Just sit back and watch Miss Hillary Sanchez and what this case finna do. It's all you got to do. You don't have to believe a thing that happened. Just sit back and watch, because what I can tell y'all, them bloggers and everything else gonna pick these cases up as they start to pick up, and everybody gonna know what's going on. I promise you. Watch. They're finna get a lesson in what you can and you can't do on social media. They got the right one. Somebody says, I wonder what will happen with the trademark situation. I assume Carlos would fight Duchess. I don't know. I'm not an attorney, so I don't know anything about a trademark situation. We all know that Miss Duchess said she filed that. I hadn't followed it enough to see what it is or what it ain't. It is or it's not. But what I will tell you is that Carlos got a contract with them. I don't know what legal stuff, all what paperwork Duchess has, or is it still pending or whatever? I don't know yet. I don't know. Y'all may know more about it than I do. If she got the paperwork for it, or is it still pending? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see who wanted to come up here and speak their piece. No? Okay. Hello? Okay. So yeah, so I don't know. Everyone think you playing, they gonna see you standing on business. Yeah, Cookie. Well, if you and I'm pretty sure, Cookie, you seen that person who, when Joe Diddy was on here apologizing to people, I'm pretty sure you seen that apology debacle going on, and that person told him, hey, I'm so happy Miss Hillary Sanchez is suing you, and he's like, oh, we got that covered. I'll tell you 5 people who know I'm not playing. See, I'm gonna tell you the 5 people who know I'm not playing. Joe Robinson, also known as Netta, know I'm not playing because he's been served. He's been served by a sheriff. He's been served by a private investigator. He knows I'm not playing. Omar Leonard knows I'm not playing. And so does nosy bystander. She knows I'm not playing. Kayla Britt knows I'm not playing, and so does Daniel Curtis. They know I'm not playing. Trust and believe. They ought to get their coins together and proceed accordingly. Okay. Yep, and that's what you got to do, Anna. You know, it may seem people, but that's excessive. She's suing everybody. No, I'm suing the ones who popped off at their damn mouth, who violated people's rights, who cost me money, who defamed me, who slandered me, slandered my husband, and everything else, and his trying to ruin his reputation, talking about he did this and did that against his person who he married. Y'all can't get on here doing things like you think you can do. You finna find out. You finna find out. That's what I'm telling y'all. That is going, they worrying about, Miss Hillary, when are you changing your content? You don't worry. It's going to be the Miss Hillary Sanchez / lawsuit / court shows. Because y'all all finna have y'all front row seats to what these judge is getting ready to do and put down. Nothing more gotta be said about it other than your action speaks louder than words. How many people have heard that before? Your actions speak louder than words. Have y'all heard that? You can sit here and say, I'm getting ready to sue you, and then you don't do nothing, just promises, just that you just said, just words. But when you say I'm suing your ass, and you go down and you sue it and you filed it and you got a case number, you've done it. There is no other, you don't no need to wonder no more, because it's public information. Punch your damn name in the computer and see your shit pop up in the computer. It's finna show you a defendant. That's all you got to do. You don't have to believe nothing I tell you. Go and punch your damn name up in the computer. The 5 that I told, punch your damn name up in the computer and see, won't you pop up? See what pops up under your name. Actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. And I'm not a mean person. I'm a spiritual person, but you have to stand on business. This you being on this social media is not for the weak or the timid. You got to be able to stand on business. You got to stand on business. And they finna find out. They know. Trust and believe. The 5 who I named, there ain't no question in their mind that they don't know, that they doubt anything I just told you. You can rest for sure. But here's the gag, y'all. The two other ones who y'all ain't never even heard of. See, they thought they was slick. They thought these other 2 people think they slick, but they claim they got coins. This one called herself, she got coins. She say she got coins. She's married into the coins. She thinks she go for bad. She do, and we finna find out. We finna find out just how the coins she got. We finna find out because she gonna get an opportunity to. Okay, that's all you have to do. All I want to do is show me the money. I want the judgments and I want the money, because y'all can't prove not one damn thing you said that I'm suing you for. You finna find out. That's when you're confident. Do y'all know, do Cookie and David, I've been talking to y'all in these comments tonight. Let me say this, y'all. Do y'all know what I did when I drafted my case, Anna? This is what Miss Hillary did, Chrissy, Cookie, Anna, David, and y'all. This is what I did. I took those videos, the lives where these people were in these lives. I want y'all to listen how the complaint was written out. And I had to listen to everything they said in them lives, what each person said, and write down the date and time it was recorded, stamp dated, recorded, who said it and what they said in the live. That is them on live saying it. You can't say you didn't say it because it's you on video in the live saying it yourself through your own mouth. That's called direct evidence. I wrote it down. The video proves what I said and what I put in my complaint. Now, what you got to do is come to court. Now listen at this, Cookie. Let me give you an example of what one of these defendants said, y'all. They said that my husband, now listen, Cookie, that my husband had moved to Arizona and that he got a woman pregnant, had a baby, another baby on the way, and living with his fiance. This is what these folks got on here pressing, saying for weeks. This is, just hear me out. Okay? This is one of the causes of action. Now, Cookie, I want you to peep this game. In order for them to win that part of the case, this is what they have to do. They gotta have my husband as a witness for them. Now listen, you have to have Mr. Sanchez as your witness for the defendant, who will come to court and testify that he got a baby and a baby on the way and that he's engaged with this woman. Now just make all of that make sense, what I just told you. This is why this is probably one of the easiest defamation cases or slander cases or libel cases or negligent infliction of emotional cases around. It doesn't make any sense, but this is what the false things that it's insane. I'm telling you, they don't like money. They don't like their money. They clearly wanted to give me money. You don't want money when you getting on this internet lying and slandering people and doing the stuff that you were saying on this app for views and likes and money guns and doing these backdrops and all this other stuff. It's negligence. It's negligence. It's negligent infliction of emotional distress. That's a big one. And they don't understand the difference in intentional infliction of emotional distress and negligent infliction of emotional distress. The reason why you go negligent infliction of emotional distress is because it is negligent and the bar is lower. The bar is lower and you don't have to prove as much when you go under negligence. And they don't get that. They don't get that. Miss Cookie said, let me read from the comments. Anna says the Jamaican community can be your special witness to the shit he says. Yes. Miss Cookie says he can keep the money with that house. You know, somebody is is this true? This man got a house in Virginia. Is that true? Is that rumor true? That what I keep hearing, I've heard different people say that Joe Glizzy got a house in Virginia. But Joe Diddy got on record saying he never lived in Virginia. I've heard that. He claimed he was buying a multi-million-dollar house at one point. I thought he said ATL though. Yeah. Well, let me tell you this, Miss Anna. That was all lies. Carlos, when he came on the Miss Hillary Sanchez show for over 2 hours and 20 minutes, Carlos told us what happened. In a summary of what Carlos said is he said they were never buying that house. It was all lies. They were never going to buy that house. The house was originally offered to Carlos to rent for him and his wife, and Carlos said he didn't want to be in Atlanta. And then Carlos asked Joe Diddy and Charles if they wanted to rent that house. They were never buying that house. So all of that nonsense of Charles, your house papers are ready, your mortgage papers are ready, and setting the paperwork in front of him like he finna sign for that house is just all damn smoke and mirrors. Just like they pulled the wool over our eyes when he told us that Tones by Coco miracle cream had cleared up his damn face. It was only smoke and mirrors, and the truth came out. You tell me if I'm lying. I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm telling you the truth. House in Virginia is what that girl came on here and said. Oh, okay. Yeah, Carlos said, Cookie, Carlos spoke on that, and Carlos said that they don't have a house in Virginia. And I'm going to listen to what Carlos said because Carlos know him better than anything. They told her to stop using their name, Hillary. Oh yeah, that's why you ain't heard. You couldn't pay Joe Diddy to say Tones by Coco. You couldn't pay him to say that. Them sales probably went down. Them sales probably went down faster than anything with him doing that. Yeah, Carlos told everything. You know, he was on my show twice. He was on my show twice, over 2 hours each time Carlos was. So he was on the Miss Hillary Sanchez show, and Carlos told the truth. I believe everything Carlos said. Carlos also said that trailer is Joe's trailer. That trailer had nothing to do with Charles. And I believe it. I'm going to tell you why I believe it. Because Mia had got up here when she was talking with Charles off this app, and Mia recorded them fighting that time. When Charles said, I'm getting ready to get done with this, or I'm over this, and then Joe said, I don't care. You can get your clothes and go. That's what Joe Diddy told his husband, Charles. So that told me everything. And if Charles was smart, I would make Joe Diddy give me half of everything on everything. Charles is under the impression that Netta is the star of the show. No, without you, Charles, there's no damn Netta. Don't nobody care about Swamp Thing. Don't nobody care about Swamp Thing. They don't. Nobody does. The only person who would care about Swamp Thing would be a former or a record producer who trying to recreate the life of Bill Cosby, and they looking for somebody that looked like Bill Cosby to walk on and play Bill Cosby. Then they would care. Motion pictures would probably care. If he got a break in something, it would be being an actor on there acting like he Bill Cosby. Because nothing else anybody else cares about. It's the truth. Without Charles, he's nothing. Yeah, he could be a stunt double. And I told Charles, since he got experience in the welding field, he shouldn't have no problem transitioning into one of those crash test dummies that these car dealerships and these manufacturers use when driving. Go in there, sit in the car, and let them run the car into the bricks and walls, and then you let them know what part of your body hit the steering wheel, and so they can make better, employ better airbags and everything else, and do something great for the world. Does Carlos did say that? Yeah, he did say that. He said it. He literally said it. I mean, he really did say that, y'all. So that's the thing. What gets me? Carlos said all the money went to Joe. Remember, Hillary? Yeah. No, yeah. Carlos said that. Carlos said the money, because I asked the question. You're right, David. And Carlos said that all the money goes on to Joe. Joe controls the money. Joe controls the money. He said all the money goes to Joe. He sure did. That he definitely did. Who's Carlos? Carlos is the former manager of Netta, of Joe Diddy. Yep. So, you guys, it's 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time over here for Miss Hillary Sanchez. I have church in the morning, so I got to get up and brush my teeth, floss my teeth, get myself ready for bed so I can get up for church. I will see y'all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Miss Hillary Sanchez Show. Thank y'all for the taps. Thank you guys so much for tapping the screen. I appreciate it. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate y'all. And if you miss any part of my lives or you want to get caught up on anything, please tap into the Miss Hillary Sanchez Show on YouTube. Simply type in the Miss Hillary Sanchez Show. Follow, like, subscribe, and get caught up on all the latest information. Thank y'all. See y'all tomorrow. See ya, Cookie RN.